So, good morning or good night, depending on where you are in the world, and welcome to another album review of The Chill Dude on a Couch. I'm your host, Hector, and tonight we got something so special for you. So, the band Puddle of Mudd has a new album called Ubiquitous. I'm sorry if I butchered that, but yeah, they have a new album. I already said the name, I don't think I'm gonna say it again. So yeah, it's 11 tracks, and yeah, this is their follow-up. They had an album like a few years ago, and yeah, it's I don't know if you can say that that album was a comeback album per se, but you know, if you were back in the day, in the beginning of the 2000s, Puddle of Mudd had a first big album that had songs like Drift and Die, She Hates Me, and Control, and they were discovered by Fred Durst of Limp Bizkit. So that first album, it had like that post-grunge type of feel, and you know, it was an album that I bought and I enjoyed at the time. I can't say that I listened to it as much now as I did back in the 2000s, but after that, the band never quite had the success that they had with that first album. And they had multiple problems. Their singer Wes Cantling has had, problems with the law, substance abuse, and also that infamous YouTube video where he's covering a Nirvana song, and he fucking butchered that song. So, who is listening to Puddle of Mudd in 2023? That is a very good question because I don't know. Like, I listened to this album to prepare for the review, and did I think it was gonna be bad? If you listen to the first single, My Baby, I didn't think it was a great single. Also, the way that Wes is singing is kind of like annoying and like very high pitched. And also the song sounded like like the recording, it sounded like it was a demo. It was very rough. And he's like, my baby, and it's cliche lyrics. So when I listened to that first single, I'm like, well, maybe this is the worst song on the album, and the rest of the album isn't that bad. So I'm gonna sit here and tell you that My Baby is not the worst song in this album. There are worse songs on this album. So if you didn't like My Baby, oh my God, you have a lot of shit to listen to while listening to this album. So this album, I can say that I didn't enjoy any track. I thought all the tracks were pretty bad. There's some that are worse than others. So yeah, you have tracks like Dance With Me, which just the song title alone, it's kind of like a type of rocking with a little country vibe, and you know, it's okay. Then you have a song like Cash and Cobain, which is the new single that they released, and it's all about money, and also it says Cobain, but I don't know if he's referencing Kurt Cobain because there's a new rapper or something Cobain, so I don't know which one he's talking about. But that song mixes like a little bit of hip hop with country and then gets all rock and roll, but it's so cliche as fuck that I can't just help but like listen and read the lyrics and just cringe at how bad this is. Then you have song titles like Butterface. Yes, you heard it right. There's a song called Butterface. And Wes Candy is like, Butterface, Butterface. It sounds like he has like some bad gastritis or stomach cramps, and he's trying to belch out those, the songs. It's just atrocious. But to me, one of the worst songs on the record is the song Candy. So Candy is like the ballad. And it's a ballad that almost has like a piano, but he's hitting the same fucking key for like 3 fucking minutes. It's the same key, and he's like, Candy, Candy, oh, everybody loves you, Candy. And he says Candy like 500 fucking times. I'm like, I'm telling you, the song by Jack Black, Peaches, is way better than this song. And that's a joke song, and you have this, he's trying to be serious. So it's he's talking about someone named Candy. I'm sorry, if you're talking someone that's named Candy, she's probably a stripper, and the only thing that Candy's gonna give you, my friend, is herpes. So I would stay away from anyone named Candy. And that song, that fucking piano, like ding, ding, the same key. It's so fucking annoying. I'm like, please hit another fucking key or just have the song stop. So that one is just bad. Then you have a song called Running Out of Time that if the production of that song wasn't that bad, that was actually like one of the most decent songs on the album. So it's not great, but it's not that bad. It's got like he's trying to sound like Nirvana, but the lyrics are nowhere as near as a Nirvana song. Then they have a song called Man in the Mirror, and at first I thought it was like a Michael Jackson cover, but sadly it is not. So it's all about the lyrics are awful. He's like the man in the mirror, and he's like a loose cannon, and he fucks everything up. So it's bad. Then you have a song called You Wrecked Me, but it's spelled U-W-R-A-K-D me. So please, Wes, what's wrong with some correct spelling? And that song is all about like this woman did he wrong, she wrecked me, and he's like, you wrecked me, you wrecked me. And it sounds again like he's got some stomach cramps going on this song. And you know, then you have a song called Complication. It's like another ballad, and it's just boring. Then you have that song called California, and I'm sorry, if you're not the Red Hot Chili Peppers, do not sing about California. And it's an okay track, nothing that great. It's got a decent hook a little bit, but it's kind of boring as well. And the album ends with Poke Out My Eyes, which instead should have been called like Clean My Ears, because my God, this album is just, in my opinion, one of the worst albums of the year. What does it have going for it? Absolutely fucking nothing. It has bad production, corny ass lyrics, and atrocious, like the voice of Wes Cantlin sounds terrible. It sounds like he's training his voice and he can't sing for shit. And the production, like this album sounds like a demo. Like somebody said, like, yeah, I think this is the best that we can do. Let's just put it out, see what fucking happens. And this is what this album is. Ubiquitous, or whatever the fuck you pronounce this album, is a very bad record. Like, if I was the producer, I would say, Wes, go back, delete this shit, try again. Like, if this is your best that you can do, I'm sorry, but man, it's over. I'm sorry. There's nothing good about this album. And you know what's very funny? I got an email that said that if I wanted to interview the band, and I don't know if that's gonna happen if they see this review. But oh well, like I don't know how I can interview the guy and say that I like this album, because it's just an atrocious album. So what do you think about the new Puddle of Mudd album? Did you even know that they were putting out music? And if you like some tracks, let me know what tracks did you like. Or if not, let me know what tracks you think are the worst. And if you like the videos that I'm putting out, do not forget to give me a like, and do not forget to subscribe. I have more content on the way. So until next time, this is Hector, the chill dude on the couch, and I'll see you right here on the couch. Thank you, and good night.